Hi, this is Talking and Stuff with Georgia Van C. Me. This is a podcast for young people to talk about stuff. Real stuff, funny stuff, honest stuff, silly stuff, confusing stuff, and tricky stuff. Thank you for joining us. We love having you here. Oh, one important note before we get started. As the daughter of Sri Lankan and English immigrants to Australia and now also a proud American citizen, I would like to acknowledge and send my gratitude to the traditional stewards of the land on which we get to produce this episode of Talking and Stuff, the Tongvan people, who call this land Tovanga, which means the world. I pay my respects to their elders past, present and emerging and celebrate the profoundly important history and culture they bring to my new home. Thank you. And now it's time to get Talking and Stuff with Georgia Van C, me, and today's special guest. You have a middle name that is a season, is that right? So what's your middle name?
Winter.
Ellie Winter. That's a beautiful name said just like that.
Thank you.
Oh, it's so nice. And Ellie, how old are you?
10.
10. So you're now officially 2 hands old. That's like a big step. Do you like birthdays?
Yeah.
If you could have one birthday meal, like the dream birthday meal, what would you have?
Garlic shrimp or crab.
You're fancy. Garlic shrimp or crab. Do you like the crab because you have to crack it all and it...
I just like the taste, especially when you dip it in butter.
That makes it extra delicious. Shrimp or crab birthday. I'll keep that in mind if we ever celebrate your birthday together. So you've been traveling this weekend to come down to LA, but you don't live in LA, do you?
No.
Where do you live?
In Monterey.
And that's, I was going to say above us, but it's not like technically in the sky, but like on the map. Do you like living up in Monterey?
Yeah.
What would you say your favorite thing about it?
I like the school.
Yeah?
Even though I'm pretty sure the food is rotten.
Oh dear.
I had a celery stick and I tried to crack it and then it just turned into juice and I was like, that's not what celery does.
No, it's meant to like snap.
Yeah.
Not, that's not good. But you still like school even though the celery is mushy.
Yeah.
What's so great about school for you?
It's an outdoor school.
Really?
Yeah, I love outdoor schools.
That is, I've seen pictures, but I've never visited one. So you like do things outdoors all day?
Like the hallways are outdoors instead of it just being this one building.
That's so nice. So you get to have like the sunshine on you. Oh, no wonder you like school so much. Because if I get like locked inside for too long, do you feel that way too?
Yeah.
Okay, talking about sunshine. You know the weather reports on the news, right? Where they're like, today there's a chance of rain, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
If we were to do a weather report right now, what would be your internal weather report?
I don't know. I think maybe a little cloudy all day.
Yeah? Little cloudy?
Yeah.
Any rain?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe
A
a bit
little
of rain.
earlier.
Oh, yeah? Was it a not as fun morning early?
It was fun until I had to leave.
Oh, and then you felt a bit sad. It's so hard to leave things that you're enjoying, isn't it? I get so sad too when change happens. I'm like, but this was, why do we, it happens like every day in a way. I think it's so special that you feel that though. Because that means that you're treasuring the special things. So instead of being like, yeah, whatever, like, whatever, people don't matter. I think it's such a beautiful thing about you that your heart is feeling all the good things and that makes it harder, doesn't it? That's beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. Well, I'm glad it's just cloudy now. But it makes sense that it would be a little cloudy if you had a, like, sad to leave feeling. I feel very lucky that you shared that with me. Thank you for sharing that. You have a little sister and a little brother.
Mm-hmm.
So that makes you the oldest. Do you enjoy being the oldest?
I do sometimes. I do like being the oldest. Sometimes it's kind of hard because my little sister, she'll punch me and then like I nudge her back and then I'm the one who gets yelled at because they have higher expectations for me.
Oh, that's frustrating. That's hard. I'm sorry that happens. Because as we get older, right, we learn not to do things But if somebody pushes us, I think sometimes our insides don't, it's not like our brain gets time to be like, I'm a grown-up person. Well, you're not grown up yet, but like, I'm 10, she's 7. I shouldn't do this. You just go, hey, because your insides just tell you to, right? Yeah. I think as we get older, our brains grow. Do you know that your brain won't finish growing until you're like 26?
Yeah.
Yeah. So no wonder sometimes your brain just doesn't quite do the grown-up thing. But that's not fair sometimes to get in trouble for that too.
Yeah, I have a little cousin, and we were visiting each other here. They live in Alaska. We were just all here.
Oh, yeah.
And he punched me in the stomach. And I started crying, not because it didn't really hurt. I just started crying because I couldn't punch him back. It made me sad because I would have gotten in big trouble.
That's a very funny reaction. And I bet everybody thought you were in pain. Did you tell them the truth?
It was embarrassing. I could only tell my dad because I knew I would get in trouble if I told anyone else.
Yeah, but that's good to be honest. At least you got it out to your dad.
Yeah.
And maybe did he sort of understand?
Yeah. He was the oldest too.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Because I think all of us, like I said, have that natural reaction. But I'm impressed that even though you didn't want to, you didn't. I'm impressed. And then to just be able to say that, it's hard. Because I think sometimes in life there's a lot of things where like, oh, I kind of wish I was less smart so I didn't know to not do that. But it's very cool of you to be so honest. Are your family you're all very close?
Yeah.
You've traveled a lot together, haven't you?
Yeah, we went to Africa, Pennsylvania. Actually, we moved here on a cross-continental drive.
You did the drive all the way across?
From Pennsylvania to Monterey.
Oh my goodness, no wonder the drive from Monterey to here doesn't feel that bad. And how old were you when you lived in Africa?
I was, like 6 to 7. Yeah,
Okay.
about that old.
Did you like being in Africa?
Yeah, I loved it.
Yeah. What was your favorite thing?
We went on safaris a lot, and we once saw a cheetah drag a gazelle up a tree.
Oh my gosh. Was that like seeing...
It's kind of scary, but there was a leopard who hid under cars, and we just had to help hold still.
Really?
Until they come out.
So they were like literally underneath you?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I love Africa very much, so I'm glad that you've got to see Africa. Do you know what pride is and being proud?
Yeah.
Okay. If there was something that you do or about you that you maybe are very proud of, what would it be?
I'm really open to art.
Mm-hmm.
I can do a lot of different art things, like I can sketch.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to learn how to do charcoal. And I bake, and I like to do the drums.
Yeah?
I mean, I don't do the drums, but I want to because I can tap really fast. And I do violin, music.
Oh my goodness.
I also love puppets.
Okay, so let's go backwards here. Puppets, violin, natural drummer, drawing, charcoal, baking. So you're like a little chef.
I make waffles sometimes, sprinkle ones for Ellie.
Yeah? Oh, that's so nice that you do that. So you really are an artist in many ways. And I just think it takes a lot of being able to take risks, like good risks, to do art, I think. Because so often we'll be like, oh, I'm not sure if this is going to work, and you give it a go anyway. If you had to choose your favorite art, what would it be?
I'm really good with, I think, just drawing.
Yeah?
Or puppets, I don't know, they're tied. I love them both.
What do you love about puppets?
I don't know, it just once when I was little I saw like a guy, we went to a theater. I had my very own theater, and I'd just take like, stuffed animals and put them up and pretend to play shows. And I remember not long ago, there was a carnival, and this guy, it was a dinosaur one, and this guy had a little puppet that he went like this. He had a glove down there and had his arm in this puppet, and I loved it. Recently, we went to the tar pits here.
Yeah?
And there's this guy, he did this string puppet.
The marionette puppets?
Yeah.
Aren't they beautiful?
Yeah, and it was a little saber-toothed tiger named Nibbles, and I loved it.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool. Being able to do puppetry is not easy. It looks easy, right?
Yeah.
But once you actually try, you realize you gotta practice. Maybe you'll be some big puppeteer one day. I'll have to come and watch you, because I've always loved puppets. I used to have a show where I had puppets, so it makes me very happy that you love them. If you were in charge of the world for one day, like president, maybe prime minister, captain, queen, whatever you want to be, lady in charge, what would be something that you would change about our world?
I always am so stressed about people hurting other people and kidnapping and stuff like that. I just don't like it at all.
That feels really stressful to you. It's so sad, isn't it? That certain people have problems going on for them, right? That they think it's okay to break the law or damage other people or take other people's things. So if you were Presidente for the day, would you make it that people didn't want to do those things?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that is really special because it's so hard for everybody to go about feeling safe and wanting to love everybody if not everybody's doing good things. I think that's a great thing to change. Thank you for changing that, Miss President. I appreciate you. Well, I like the way you shook them up.
If you could only hear one sound forever, what would you choose?
Okay, if you could only hear one sound forever, I've got to think about my answer. And first we're going to listen to you. What would...
Well, it's certainly not Eisenhower in the middle of the night, but...
Not the crying baby, no.
Or the barking dogs. Maybe...
Did you just hear that? That was my tummy. That's not the sound. That's not the sound we want to hear forever. That might even come because it's closer to the microphone than my mouth. I bet you all heard that. Okay, good.
Some sort of music.
Yeah.
Like listening to a cello. I love the cello.
What a beautiful answer. Because cello is a very calming, peaceful.
I like how low it is. I forgot what a cello was when I signed up for the thing, and I chose violin instead, but I regret my decision.
But you could go to move on to cello.
I could.
One day. Yeah, because you're learning, that's the great thing about violin, is you'll learn fingering and you'll learn bow technique, and then you just have to go and flip it down. And a little bit different.
Yeah.
But I played saxophone when I was in the school band, and I started with the small alto, and then I played the big baritone. So it's almost like you're in training for cello.
Yeah.
And at least you don't have to carry your cello around yet. Last question for us.
What TV show would be your favorite TV show to be in? Bluey.
Yes! Oh my gosh. Who would you play in Bluey? Let's make a new character for both of us. Because I think, Ellie, that's the same answer for me. If I could be in anything, it would be Bluey. Let's make up new characters. Who would you be in the Bluey world? Maybe you could start with what sort of dog or a cat. They usually just dogs. They don't have any cats.
I'd be like an energetic dog, maybe called the short friend, even though I'm not that short.
Yeah.
So maybe a mini Aussie. I love them. They're so cute.
They're so cute, and you have lots of energy. Would you be like a cousin? Maybe like Bluey's cousin?
I don't know, because Bluey's a healer.
Yeah, that's true. I guess you can't be, can you? Well, I guess there could have been some
Yeah.
Some things could have happened. Maybe you're just a friend at school. But okay, I'm going to make up a story here. What if I was, because I would like to be a golden retriever, definitely, because I've had golden retrievers in my house. So I would be Georgia the golden retriever, and I would be Australian, so I'm from the Bluey place, which is Queensland. but I'm not. I'm from Melbourne. But we'll pretend, because I can do the accent. And I would be living next door, and you are my friend from America, the mini Aussie, and you're Ellie, the mini Aussie, and you come and like you become their best friends for summer. Like we have a summer together, and all the episodes that season about our like best summer ever with our American friend. What do you think? I'm just saying, if you're listening, Bluey makers, we have an idea. That'd be so fun. Oh, I'd love to be part of Bluey. I am sad now. I'm getting a bit of cloud because we're going to have to finish soon. So there's a bit of cloud coming over my sunshine right now. But I'm not going to let the cloud block the sun. It's going to sit next to the sun because I'm feeling so happy listening to you and being able to learn from you about having a happy, bubbly person who also knows that sometimes it feels like clouds on the inside, and that's okay. I don't know many 10-year-olds that can say that and be like, yeah, I have feelings sometimes where I'm sad, or but I also like being super energetic, right? Like most young people are just like, I'm this, end of story. I think it's so special that you, even at 10, 2 hands old, know that you have both of those parts in you. That's really special. Thank you for sharing that with me today. Should we do a high five or hug? What are you feeling?
Either one.
Okay, I'm gonna go for a hug because I'm a hugger. Is that okay?
Yep.
Whoa. We did a high five too. That was so clever. Oh, you're so special. Thank you for sharing. We'll say goodbye to everybody. Bye, everybody. Thank you.
Thanks for joining us for Talking and Stuff with Georgia Van C. If you had a good time, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this podcast. You help us get this out to the world. If you have some stuff you want to share with the world, you can reach out to me via the email in the show description, and I would love to have you as a guest on the show. If anything you heard here brought up tricky feelings, please reach out to a grown-up who you trust and tell them how you are feeling. Or you can reach out to me via the same email in the show description. Or you can comment on YouTube and I will see it. If you don't feel comfy reaching out to me or another grown-up you know, but you need some support, we recommend that you find a way to call the SAMHSA hotline, which is 1-800-662-4357. It's free and it's available to you 24/7. Thank you so much again, and bye. See you next time, or hear me next time, or I'll see you soon.